Women from the inn rushed to and fro. Some of Joseph's relatives stood around, staring at the baby in Mary's arms. Joseph just stood staring, with a peculiar expression on his face. He'd been next to useless as Mary was giving birth. In the end, he'd let one of his relatives guide him to hold Mary's hand. And then he'd seen the baby. His son. Well, God's son. But Joseph knew the task he had ahead of him. He had to bring the boy up, look after him, be his earthly father. Mary lay on a hastily made bed of hay. She looked down at the baby, the boy in her arms. So this was the child the angel had told her about, the one who was going to save the whole of mankind. As she looked at his tiny hands, she couldn't imagine what her son's life would be like. How would he fulfill the meaning of his name? The women from the inn went back to their normal work, but one or two of Joseph's relatives stayed around. "What are you going to call him then?" asked one. Joseph looked at Mary and remembered the words of the angel he'd seen in his dream all those months ago. Jesus. His name is Jesus. "God saves? I think we could do with that at the moment. The Romans don't seem to care what happens to us. They just want to take our land and our money. And our own lot aren't much better, that Herod and his fancy palace. It's a good name, Joseph. It's a good name." "It's a name from God, like the boy himself," replied Joseph, lost in the wonder of the newborn child. The Son of God.